a raid next season, which means it's bounty prepping time. We're going to get into should you bounty prep, how should you bounty prep, and a bunch of other stuff. Every year, me and Chemo work on this spreadsheet where you can go through and, you can track which specific weekly and daily bounties you get on each character, that sort of thing. If you just want access to this, it'll be the pinned comment down below. Do not request access to edit this document because I'm not going to give it to you, and I get 1,000 of those emails every single time we do this. It's very simple. File, make a copy, and then you will have your own version that you can do whatever you want with. So that's how you do this. Just the tabs, weekly tab, daily tab, common questions. And then there's an update log. So if I forget anything in this video or anything, I'll make notes here, but I'll also make notes down in the comment section down below. So should you bounty prep? That's an interesting question. And I will say, this is probably the least important bounty prepping has ever been. We're not even sure there's going to be a power increase next season at all. And if it is, it'd only be 10 points. So the artifact bonus isn't really going to matter that much because we'll already be at the hard cap. Just the pinnacle cap will go up if you're already at 1810, if the power goes up at all. So the only reason you would bounty prep would be to unlock your artifact mods. Now, I've been told that you can get all 12 of your artifact mods somewhere in the early 40s in your season pass, something like that, I believe. And so you do have to get around, I don't know, what is that? 4 million XP in order to get all the way to that level, because every season pass level is about 100,000. So the only reason that you would bounty prep is if there are, cracked mods next season and we want to prepare and you want to have them all for the day one raid. That's probably coming out on August 25th, the Friday after the season launches on August 22nd. So if you don't care about that, you're not going for the day one raid, don't bounty prep. If you don't think the artifact mods are going to be that great, don't bounty prep. But if you want to be competitive in the day one, I always recommend at least hedging your bets and bounty prepping if you have a little bit extra time. So here's what you do. All weekly bounties are worth 12,000 XP. All daily bounties are worth 6,000 XP, and every repeatable bounty is worth 3,000 XP. You can hold a total of, I believe it is 63. Yes, you can hold a total of 63 quests and bounties. I recommend leaving 3 slots open. So clearing all of these slots and having 60 bounties is usually how I do it. Have as many weekly bounties as possible. They're all, kind of listed on the spreadsheet, but we can go through them very quickly. Now, one final note is that milestones on your map as well give 12,000 XP, the same as a weekly bounty. I believe every milestone does. And so when we're filling in those empty spaces with dailies, you want to make sure you're completing things like Vanguard dailies so you can go in and turn in this milestone and go ahead and get that 12,000 XP extra as well. So that's kind of the overall mentality here. Here are all the weekly bounties. Once again, they're on the spreadsheet, but there are 4 on Europa. One is static, and I believe there's a 3-week rotation for the other 3, I believe. In the Cosmodrome, there is always 2 that are available from Shah Han that you can just go pick up. Dreaming City, and if you want to get all of these, you have to start this week. Petra has the Blind Well bounty that is always there, and then she has the weekly Ascendant Challenge bounty, and there are 6 of those. So you have to do this 6 weeks, once a week for 6 weeks in order to get every single bounty from Petra. So you'd have to start now because we're 6 weeks out from the season. There are 8 clan bounties. Do as many of those as you can, but those suck. Those bounties are way harder and way more tedious than everything else. There are 4 moon bounties, 2 from Eris. Where the hell's the moon? 2 from Eris and 2 from the Lectern. You can do those. Do a Star Horse weekly bounty in the Zur Treasure Hoard. Just pick up one of the weeklies. I believe they all give the same amount of XP. And then on Neptune, there's a brand new weekly this time around. Nimbus has a weekly bounty for... here it is, the Vex Incursion weekly bounty. And this is very cool as well, because if you have this saved, then when you turn it in, you'll also get a polymorphic shell code, which if you go to Europa will allow you to do that week's partition, which is a milestone and will give you 12,000 extra XP as well. So that's another source of XP there. Now, you'll fill in all the rest. With dailies, you'll do 7 Crucible, 7 Vanguard, 7 Gambit. The reason we always do 7 is because when these do give powerful rewards, what happens is if you have 8 old bounties, then you'll get the old power cap. But if there's 8 new or if you do 7 old and then 1 new, then it'll be a new power cap, powerful weapon. But that doesn't really matter. So you can actually just go ahead and save 8 of all of these bounties, because all you really want to do is just get that milestone. I'll probably just do 7 just because that's what we've always done, but it honestly doesn't matter. And then all of the rest of your daily bounties, just to fill in all the holes, you're going to want to do as many Nimbus daily bounties as possible, because Nimbus has this milestone here that you can see for reputation gained, and that will give you 12,000 XP. So if you go ahead and you hoard some bounties for Nimbus and you turn them in, that'll give you a head start on that milestone on each of your characters. So that's generally the approach. Complete as many weekly bounties as possible. Fill in the holes with daily bounties. Don't worry about repeatables. And if you have any questions about specific types of bounties, you can look at the Q&A sheet on the Google Doc, where you can ask them down below, but we've probably addressed them in the Q&A sheet. I would not worry about solstice weeklies. Sometimes those stay, sometimes they don't. I'll probably, if they're even a thing this year, sometimes they're not, and then sometimes they just do dailies. But for solstice, I think there's always weeklies, actually. I'm probably going to pick them up and try to save them on all of my characters, but there's a good chance that they'll disappear. So who knows? We'll see. But at the end of the day, this bounty prep is going to be pretty relaxed, and we shall see how much it matters come the return of Crota's End or Wrath of the Machine or Leviathan, I guess. So yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions down below. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like rating and share with your friends, and have a fantastic day. See ya.